Hey, my name is Derek, and back before I met Jeremiah, I've been on a journey for quite a few years. We were about a year into COVID and been working remote. Honestly, the weight of being isolated was really starting to weigh on me, and it helped me to realize that what I needed in order to be able to be successful and reach that next level, as I was thinking through all the different things that I'd worked on, was I needed to have a team around me. I needed to have people around me that were looking to find ways to better themselves. And really, what I needed is, for lack of a better term, a pacer, somebody who was out ahead of me that I needed to try and catch. Jeremiah and this team at Conquer Academy really is that for me. It has been that for me. Being able to go from trying to do these things on my own, trying to find people in my community who are also trying to push themselves. It's hard finding people that are genuinely trying to make themselves the best that they possibly can be in whatever it is that they're trying to do. Before I came into Conquer Academy, there was a couple of things that I wanted to put down as far as goals go. A couple of big ones for me were business related and then also fitness. Before I came in here, working out looked a lot like going to the gym, lifting weights, and focusing on that. Running, I always had this internal belief that I was not a runner. I always thought that that's not something that I can do. That's not something that I'm good at. The furthest I had run before coming into Conquer Academy was 6 miles. And that was one time, well, after talking with Jeremiah and asking him for some help on, how do I run better? Is it supposed to hurt? Because for me, that's what my experience was. And he helped show me that, no, that's not actually how it's supposed to work. Once I started working on those things and with his guidance, I went from running 2 to 3 miles max, and it was brutal trying to get through those, where it was completely painful, to all of a sudden I went for a run one day and I realized that I had gone 6 miles and I still felt good. And then I decided to keep going to the 7th mile. And I decided to keep going to the 8th mile and felt awesome. I went a little bit further, went 9 miles, and then decided that I was going to sign up for a half marathon. Since being here, one of the biggest changes for me, one of the biggest transformations for me, is realizing that I actually can run. I can go long distances. I'm actually looking at doing my second half marathon. There's also, from a business standpoint, the confidence that comes from recognizing that I can push myself farther, I can push myself harder. One of the things that it's allowed me to do is, last year my goal was to be able to have a safety net for myself of 6 months, so that way if anything should happen, I'd be able to have 6 months. Started off with a couple of weeks, and now I'm happy to say that I'm in a great position to be able to have, and be blessed to be able to have that 6-month safety net. And just by having that, it's funny how the transformation in the mindset as well too, because now that I've reached that goal, it's, well, what's next? A lot of great things have gone on this past year, and the best part is it really feels like it's just the beginning for a lot of momentum coming in the next coming years. So can't say thank you enough to Jeremiah and his team. It's been a phenomenal year, and I'm excited to see what happens next.